So I decided to use another system, Immo box. I went by system. Okay, I'm going to input this pin code 25344. This pin code is real, but I don't know what system to use it in, so I have to try different system, you know, according to what I think it is. So I chose the older system, which is Immo box, and I put that code in there. Let's see. Input the number of key to be learned. 1. Turn off the ignition and on again. If all keys are lost, still turn on the emergency light. Let's click on OK. Okay, security login failed, so it doesn't recognize this system. The next system after that was instrument. We are going to do 25344. Okay, 1 key for now, and okay. Still flashing here on the dashboard. Security login failed. Man, this car is a pain. TP2 mobilizer, turn ignition off, switch ignition on. This is guided so far. If there's a key to start the vehicle, please insert the key. There's no key to start the vehicle, so I guess this is dismissed. All right, instrument. Same situation. This is an all keys lost, so there's no key. Learning key, working key that can start the vehicle. I don't like walking around like this. Switch ignition on, but I don't have a choice. Okay. Failure. So this is just not that system. Ignition is switched on. Click OK. Not able to communicate. So this seems like we are far away from the system. Different protocol. Reading forever. So it seems like I'm gonna have to pull Autel now. This is my last programmer to complete this job. And this vehicle was a pain. Okay, no communication. Instrument, I imagine, is going to do the same thing, but you gotta try everything. So Keytool Plus is good for vehicle 2008 and up. It doesn't even list the Bettle. Okay, 25344. Let's see, maybe this is the right system. Okay, we got that correct. Security check failed. Okay, kind of surprised me. And this reads a different code. Man, I'm completely confused now. A different code now. So guys, this is very, very, very incredible and eventful. Keytool Plus read a different pin code than Lonsdor. I am more likely going to trust this over Lonsdor because this is more specialized for European vehicle. But on top of it, it gives me the CS code, the full CS code. So what I'm going to do from now on, I am assuming with a CS code and a PIN code that this vehicle will require pre-coding. So what I'm going to do right now is step out of here, keep that information, critical information, and go and do everything manually. So I'm going to pre-code. I'm going to do manually and enter the CS code and the PIN code wherever possible, and then pre-code the key and then learn the key. 02503. Okay, so Keytool Plus is asking me if I want to save the EEPROM data. Click OK to continue. Yes, I'm going to do that, of course. And I am going to save here. I'm just going to save. I wanted to put some information on there. ECU data. And I'm going to type 2005 Bettle. 2006 actually. 6 underscore Bettle. Bettle underscore AKL as all keys lost. And then save that. Okay, Immo on. There's Immo on. I'm just checking what that is. The immobilizer is opened. I don't know what that means. Turn off the Immo. I'm not going to touch that. I'm just going to go to try to learn the key. Okay, I'm going to go to try to learn the key. That was a Immo 3.4. Let's come back. Immo 3.4 key programming. Okay, it was from the engine. I don't have any option here, but I'm going to use that regardless because this is going to give me the opportunity to enter the PIN code, and I'm going to enter that new PIN code assuming that Lonsdor maybe PIN code was wrong, so this should work. What was the PIN code again? Okay, it was 02503. Okay, how many keys do you want to learn? One for now. Turn the Immo off and on. Okay, turn the Immo off and then on. Security access. Start access to CS. Waiting for a response. Usually take 5 minutes. Now we got something with a maximum of 10-minute waiting. Let's just wait and find out. The security light is now solid, no longer flashing, solid. And we're just gonna wait. Insert every key and switch ignition on. I'm just gonna do it with this key. I don't want to waste chips. I'm gonna click on OK. And nothing else. Nothing works. Immobilizer light is still on, flashing. Okay, that didn't work. Learn key. Start. Volkswagen seat, Skoda 2007 and before. 2007, that's after 2007. This is before 2007. Let me see if there's nothing else. Immo box, this is where I read the PIN code from. I'm just gonna do automatically identify to see if we can get me to the right channel. Dang this guy. Okay, so it says that this is a new Beetle KWP 2000. So this is the channel we're looking for all this time. Okay, so now we are pretty close. Lost all key, OBD prepare key. So we already have the CS and the PIN code, so we're not going to do that. We're just going to, I don't know if it is pre-coding. I would assume so. I would just do operation process guide. Incorrect password. I did not put any password. Some vehicle, no need for 7 bytes. Okay, so let's just do all keys lost, because that's what our situation is on. Yeah, that's what I was saying. If you have the CS code and the PIN code, you are pretty close. This will make the dealer key and learn to the car via OBD. No need to search the 7 byte. I already have everything anyway. Attention, this function, all SDC keys can't be used anymore, and don't accept any dealer key coming from the dealer. That's fine. We can do yes. Okay, auto detect pin. I already have the pin and the CS, so I'm going. So it was 0. 02503. Okay, now you want the CS code. That makes sense. So let me get that CS code and type it up. Okay, so meanwhile the customer called me, and so I had to pick it up and explain her, the whole situation about finding the key that was not programmed. And she told me that somebody had come over here, but she didn't know exactly if the person finished the job. So that makes sense now. We checked the chip. It wasn't programmed. Somebody had started it, but maybe it gave them a lot of headache. But I don't know how they were able to forget the keys here. Anyway, we already put the PIN code. Now we put this CS code. We should be pretty close to finishing this interesting nightmare. Is the car equipped with this? I don't know if this car is equipped with this, but you pulled it automatically, so it should be. I'm just going to say yes. The CAN light is flashing faster now. That's not CAN. It's reading identification. And this is a long video. The security light is still flashing here. Voltage is still at 13. ECU detected okay. Power class 42. Manufacturer VW, say okay. please input the unlocked new key into the device programmer. So this is going to require pre-coding. So we are going to remove this key and put it here in the programmer so it can pre-code it. Basically make it ready for program. So it is making a dealer key right now. If all is well, it should say dealer key success or pre-coding success. And then we are going to insert the key back to learn the key. I saw a couple of videos on YouTube, but it was a lot of shorts. Failed to program the CS in the immobilizer. Wow. Okay, so let's see if the light is still flashing. Still flashing. So at this point, we are going to grab Autel and see if Autel can do anything more. But we have the PIN and the CS code. This should have never failed. This can explain why the previous person even forgot their own key here. Probably a lot of headaches. But we're here to beat this. And let's pick up Autel. Okay, let's put that PIN code again. It was 02503. Okay, switch ignition off for 5 seconds and then on. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, and 1005. On. Security light flashing. Switch off. Insert every key to the ignition and switch on at least 2 seconds. Okay, I'm going to switch it off and I'm going to switch it on. 1001, 1002, and click OK. But the security light is still flashing. There is something here. So I compared this C code with the one found before. It's all the same until the 7th byte. This is 00, the other one was EF. We're going to try to pre-code the key with this CS code and PIN code combination. The PIN code is the same as the one found previously. The CS code is different at the 7th byte. Before it was 00 and now is before it was EF and now it's 00. Okay, clicking off. ECU detected okay. You always detect everything okay, but you cannot program the key. Come on now. Input the unlocked key into the device programmer. That chip said unlock, so I'm not assuming that the chip is bad, but if this doesn't work, I'm going to input a chip here and try with it, because this should program now. Let's try to make a dealer what? It doesn't recognize the chip, or the chipset place is not into the programmer. The chip is in there. So let's check again the status. Earlier it was unlocked, and so Let's see what it says now. It should still say unlock. Now it says locked. Now it says locked. So that means that the dealer key was successful. But why is the immobilizer still flashing? Let's try to start it. It went from unlocked to locked. And that is why okay, let me try another chip. It was KWP 2000. It was that one. That's Audi. Here, Volkswagen KWP 2000. Learn key. Do you want to perform key learning? Yes, I do, because it seems like this key is already pre-coded. The key which doesn't learn to the car will stop working after key learning. I know that. How many keys do you want to learn? I just want to learn one for now. 03503. Oh, always forget this. Switch ignition off and on. It is searching the EEPROM location. Okay, I'm gonna switch it off and come back like the first time. That's what it did when I did it manually from Immo 3 and 4. Man, same PIN code, but I'm not sure. I think the CS code is different too. Let me double check. 00 at last. Dang. Man, I still can get past it. I'm just gonna try this option from Keytool Plus, since Keytool Plus gave us all the security information. I input what I pulled manually from Immo 3 and 4, but when we use Keytool Plus to auto detect, he said that the system was a KWP 2000. I'm not sure if this is equivalent to an Immo 3 or 4 too. So we are going to do auto detect ECU to get PIN+CS. My last thing with Keytool Plus will be to interrogate the system and find out what the immobilizer status is. Okay, key count 0. So no keys are programmed right now. Dealer key, yes. The key that is in there is the dealer key. Now, locked key, no. Learned key, no. Engine start permitting, no. Engine response, yes. Transponder type, okay. Accept password. So that chip is good. It was not a dealer key yet, but now it says locked, which means it's now a dealer key, and this is confirmed. Accept password, PIN 0 minutes. Accept Immo transfer 0 minutes. So the key is a dealer key, but it is not learning. There is no key programmed to the vehicle at this time. So I'm just gonna step out and bring IM508 and see if IM508 can finish the job, because at this point Keytool Plus was able to provide all the info it could, basically all the info needed to program this vehicle, but it is not programming. It goes all the way to the end of the process and it's still not doesn't work. The immobilizer light is still flashing. So Keytool Plus is ready to retire, and IM 508 will come on and continue where Keytool Plus left. I don't know. Volkswagen. I can't even see. I can't even read anymore. Man, all this time my car is just running. We're going to do automatic selection. We're going to read VIN. But at least we went from a key that wasn't pre-coded to a pre-coded key or a dealer key. Now we need to learn the key. 1998 2011 Beetle. This is a new Beetle. This vehicle is old but acts like all the new VW systems. Immo adaptation, that's not what we're doing. Remote, not remote. Engine immobilizer, let's go for immobilizer, and automatically obtain PIN+CS code. Key learning, we got that from the other programmer, so we are just going to go ahead and do key learning. If key learning doesn't work, we can assume or give a reasonable doubt that the previously read PIN code and CS code was wrong, and then we are going to try to read it again from IM 508. So from this point on, we assume that the key is already a dealer key, and it is because before, when I identified the chip, it was unlocked and then it was a dealer key, and we tried to learn it. Something happened, it was never recognized, but now the key shows locked. So we're not quite sure yet. Let's go ahead, click on key learning. Key learning will erase all key. We know that. Let's say yes. And how many keys do you want to learn? Just one for now. And put the pin code here. It was 02355. Man, I don't even have a good memory today. Okay, so pin code is 02503. 02503. Okay. See what's gonna happen. Ignition is switched on. Immobilizer is still flashing. Turn off, same directions. Turn off for 5 seconds. Security verification failed. Okay, so it is not accepting the PIN code. That's basically what it means. So we are going to try to obtain it from Autel and see if it matches what we found with Keytool Plus. Because remember, Lonsdor had found something different too. So we got the VIN, and then we are trying to read security PIN code and CS code. Turn off the ignition for 5 seconds and then press OK within 2 seconds. 1001. Okay, so Autel found the same information as Keytool Plus. VIN code we already got. PIN code 02503, same PIN code. CS code, the second CS code that was found with Keytool Plus is the one that matches this, because the first one had all this information and had E and F at the end. Now this is matching the one that I got, the latest from Keytool Plus. So let's go ahead and click OK. Key learning again. So I'm gonna try to insert and put two keys. Let me find a chip, another ID48 chip. Actually, it's better for me not to waste too many chips. I am going to use a super chip, and I am going to generate a ID48 TP23 with KDmax, and see if trying two keys will be able to learn at least one key. Okay, so we are going to do Volkswagen Bettle, not a remote, that's wrong. We are going to do generate transponder, and we are going to search by cars, and we are going to look for Volkswagen. I mean, come on now. VW. And among this chip, we can always click on Bettle. Bettle should be up. There's no Bettle here, but any ID48 should work. We're just going to do what's that? Maybe no, that's ID33 Jetta TP23 2005 and up. This is going to work. Put the chip here. That's a super chip, and we are going to generate that chip into ID48. Okay, so I'm going to insert that in my key that I made earlier. Okay, so I put that chip in there. Let's identify read transponder. Nothing is working. Read transponder. Okay, what? Locked? What are you talking about? Say ID46 locked. That's not the right one. Okay, 48 not locked. So sometimes Keytool Plus stupid like that. 48 not locked with this ID. Okay, so we are going to put two keys and see if you grab the second key. Turn off ignition for 5 seconds. It does that all the time. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, and 1005. Within 2 seconds, press OK. Still flashing. Come on, you're taking forever now. Security verification failed again. Huh. Even IM508 is stopped. Automatic engine detection. And so I end up with the same thing that I read manually. VIN code, PIN code, CS code ending 00, and then software number. That's the Immo data. See, I read Immo data. That was sufficient normally to be able to make the key. The way I understand the situation is the engine is valid and has the immobilizer codes, immobilizer security information that we retrieved using Keytool Plus and IM508. However, this information is not able to be injected into the immobilizer system, which in this vehicle should be the instrument cluster. So what I'm thinking the problem is now is this instrument cluster, there is something that makes it not accept the Immo information, and then we are not able, this is why it's not allowing, you know, the car to start, because the engine provides all the info.